We got three.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Check 41. Big stop.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Got it. Mike. I got you, boy. Check nickel.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
We're set. 19. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Undercrush. Hey.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Set. 19. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
3rd and 2. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Check, check. Lucky. Check.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Hyde. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Ingram. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st down, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Watson escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. It's 2nd down and 10. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watson on third down. It's complete to Hopkins. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The toss play. This is high. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watson now on 3rd and 2. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Out. Check three. Kill. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Bang.
Now high. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got Fuller. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man. It's Brown. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Check 50. Switch.
They start the drive with Hyde. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Check safety. Check 31.
Again, it's Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
This is it. 19. I'm here all day. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now Watson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Hyde. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Set. 19. Check 48. Come on. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Watch the safety creep.
They run it again with Hyde. And he's got some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Hyde a first down and more. Carlos Hyde, see you later. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, 71 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. Here's Jackson to throw, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Screen play, Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.